Hi, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. We're going to utilize a big old sack of scrolls here to scry. We'll add on some tarot and oracle, and as well we have ghost tube seer kicking, so there'll be visual images that may arise and inspire. So you're welcome to join me. If you'd like to open up with me, you're more than welcome to, or you can fast forward through. Whatever feels good to you. Taking a cleansing breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of Old Souls, Divination Dose. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. And may you meet a message with meaning today. Here are the scrolls that came out. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below or keep to yourself. Oh, I feel like I'm playing Tetris. Something about my neck as well. And we got an image coming up here. Something about a photo album. Oh, it's like putting pieces together. And like you would arrange pictures on a wall. Figurines as well for some collectors. I'm arranging something so that it makes sense. Tetris. I don't know why that. Also, something about my neck is coming through. Sorry, apparently I'm jumping right in here. Something about my neck. I'm seeing a sleeping pharaoh come forward. I don't know what that means for some. I'm also seeing sweating in a winter coat. So something about weather. I expected it to be colder, windier. Something about weather. This could be emotional weather. Or literally your weather. And now it's like, oh, I'm dressed too warm. I'm dressed too warm. Yeah, even with June there. What is this pharaoh stepping forward? Okay, so I don't know if this pharaoh is a person or a guide stepping towards you. Because I'm seeing serpents in the ears, like the Ouroboros? With something about earrings or like ear cuffs, ornate ear cuffs. Like there's something. It's like there's jewelry, but there's not in your face jewelry. I have a flashlight. You know, like if you were doing something, and it's like, I gotta put the flashlight here. I gotta do this here. That's what it feels like. I'm holding a flashlight in my mouth while I'm doing something, and I might be listening for something else. I don't know if this, Old Souls, if this message makes sense to you. But I'm going to keep going here. We'll see where it wanders through. Got some sand dunes. See, it's like that pharaoh feeling. The bones of something before and energy before. Do you know what it's making me feel like, if I'm being very honest, is that saying, or it seems to be a saying, at least in shows like American Gods, Game of Thrones, and any sort of, maybe even Vikings, like old gods and new. Oh my goodness, like look how beautiful this is. Closing the door in first breath, beginner's mind. Something within you might be being, or you're sensing something being reborn, not reborn, resurrected, and new beginnings, the power. Okay, Tetris in the community. Sorry, my other tablet is charging, that's bigger, so it's even like, see, oh my goodness, it's like, see, give me a moment. Some sort of resurrection. I'm seeing the tombstones stacking like Tetris. There's something quite pleasing, like, hurrah! Exclamation mark. Somebody also might be going through, sorry, Old Souls here, saunas, or what's that? I feel like UFC fighters or other athletes do it. They wrap themselves in something because they want to lose weight, or they have something about water weight. I'm hearing like be careful. Be careful about that. So with the power of community in this Tetris thing here, I will come to you in a second. I'll bring this card up for you so you can take in anything that's standing out. The way it's making me feel is pieces are being put together, whether people have passed or not. The energy exists, right? Is that something we all acknowledge or agree upon? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So there's almost like I'm seeing it like a mortar between the bricks. Bricks being of, perhaps the existence, people incarnate, and you're sensing mortar is being cleansed, refinished. It's being re-strengthened with some sort of power of community. This could also be like consciousness community. Yeah, there's work being done. Oh, sorry, you can't see this. There's work being done here. I'm seeing somebody with a wheelbarrow. Yeah, there's a construction thing happening here. A construction, perhaps of a community. Something about around. You know what's interesting? I'm seeing it like around. Round. Almost, maybe like even like a sweat lodge or something where you would sweat something out. And it's almost like I meet this being, maybe in a dream, in a subconscious state, or through your psychic senses. It could be a teacher if you're working in academia, intellectual realm. Information steps forward, and it inspires something within you, which gives to the old gods because you're the new god. It's like by resurrecting the concept of an old god or something about them, an inspiration. Now, this could be like Rudolf Steiner. It could be an old book from childhood. It could be a philosopher. It's about bringing into the new, old gods and new beginnings. And giving it to, because this feels very masculine down here. This feels as though once I acknowledge this propheticness of this pharaoh, I don't know why I have to call it a pharaoh. Yeah, see, I'm even seeing a bulldozer. I feel like there's something that's going to be revealed, like some sort of new archaeological find in the desert or in the sands of time. And it changes something. I don't want to say like it changes history, but it has the potential to change someone's history. Maybe it's just in your family, right? You find something out about your family, your ancestry, whatever the case is, and it inspires a resurrection of some sort of realization. Because the way I'm seeing it, my left ear's going wild, is imagine if you, I'm going to say, feel like an angel on earth, but the density of like being underwater. Okay, so there's also something, this could be, interestingly enough, I understand that I'm going all over the place, but you're probably used to it by now, and you are quite well aware and ancient and abstract enough, thank you, to receive or release freely and understand the language that we're speaking with creation. So as much as I even said on the one hand, something about the desert, some sort of archaeological dig, like it's like finding something out more about Göbekli Tepe or something like that. And I'm just picking something that is like forefront of the mind. Then I'm also seeing something under the water. It's being repressed. It's being repressed by a particular community that's also trying to resurrect it. So there's this weird push and pull. Okay, the flashlights gathering around of the community, the flashlights in the mouth of this pharaoh person, but I think it's a trait within you, or an archetype, a guide even, that you can tune into. As I'm working on this, like I'm working on something, and these are all these flashlights. We're looking for something. Under the water, but then I wander down the water still, and then I hit the sand. So something that once was a desert, or something that is a desert and it has water in it now. So anyway, imagine like a bird floating down into the water, and then it's trying to come up, but it's like there's some sort of pressure. Oh, okay. So it's a matter of coming up, and you can't look directly at the light. I can't look directly at the light, so I have to like almost like close my eyes and just push up. Push up. I'm seeing blinds there, like blinds. That's what I'm seeing. But also a beehive. So, and this is the way I'm seeing her story here, right? I can't look directly at the light. I'm trying to push some sort of pressure. Something's trying to be born. Something's trying to be exposed. I keep hearing Pink Floyd The Wall. Okay, and then when I come up here to, like, what a balancing act. Closing door, completion, first breath, beginner's mind. Like it's for me, the visual representation of, as one door closes, another one opens. But there's something about space, even with the moon, this community of like orbs and spirit, with the fungi of the mycelium. Oh, is the mycelium in the martyr? It's funny because when I want to say brick and mortar, the way I say it, there's just some words you say a certain way or it's not the right way, but I say brick and mortar. There's mycelium in the mortar. Yeah? Okay, thank you. For some of you, you might be really having psychonaut experiences. Maybe you're going on more journeys guided by a certain pharaoh or medicine. Somebody might be going to India as well. Yeah, see, there's all these. It's not Hellraiser pins, don't get me wrong. It's almost like things lighting up in your mind. All these mushrooms. I don't even know if they are mushrooms, but I'm going to say they are because that's the way I'm seeing them. This is the community of like consciousness connection. And like things are lighting up in your head. It's like when those folks that are, sensitives and whatnot, is it Deepak Chopra I'm seeing? It might be Deepak Chopra. Anyway, I'm seeing him with one of those brain things on while he goes into a meditative state. And you can like see different things light up. You can see different things light up. I kind of know like where this beginning feels. I'm going to say it exactly the way that just said. If somebody wants to know if they have successfully completed something, yes. I wanted to say but, and yet the courage is to take the next beginner's breath. It's almost like confirmation, yes, you have completed something. And the next evolution, the courage to step into the next evolution of this. It's like building, again, I'm not talking about building walls or anything like that, obstacles. I feel like this is a creation. Some of you might have even just completed building a house or the foundation of a house, even your holistic house. Something about butterflies. They're cheersing. Like cheers. They could also be moths. Sorry, I didn't realize. These butterfly moths. It's almost like the moths are the butterflies of the night that are attracted to the light, and the butterflies are the moths of the day. Manifesting vision. See, there's something else not something else, I don't want to say it like that. There's something that you are connected to. For some, I think it's specifically a guide that will be stepping forward, and you're going to start seeing them, or they're going to appear. Yeah, see, the way I'm seeing it is they're going to manifest. And both of these characters have things in their eye. Maybe you've been working on some sort of alchemy or whatever it is that you wish to desire, but I feel like you are going to be able to manifest this. But again, it's like going from elementary school to high school. You've completed elementary school, but now the beginning is the next school. It's, you're going to high school, so you're higher up, but it's a new beginning. Hands of light. Some of you might be healers. And you don't... Okay. What's going on up here? Sorry. See, there's something about a sacred mound, or when this... It's like I'm hearing something from, like, when the sky turns red, or some sort of sailor's delight thing. They read the sky. See, and even when I'm in the desert, I feel like I'm standing on the bottom of the ocean. It's a very peculiar feeling. Sorry. For some, I feel like maybe you are a healer of some sort, but it doesn't even have to be that, or creator, whatever you create in your life. And you're going to bring it from one form to another. It's like you can see it in your mind's eye, and you're going to be able to, like, manifest it with this light infusion. And then the courage to bring it into the tangible. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness, whatever you're working on, ensuring that you close the door. It's not that you have to forget. You can take with you this, it's like the reference material. But it's like, say, being in grade 10, but, thinking that, well, I peaked in grade 8. You know what I mean? Or I had my time when I shined was in grade 8. Or when I was in high school. And like, that was the time I really shone. And it's like bringing that energy to the present moment, whether you're 18, 34, 59 to 65 to 77. Okay, and for others, there is a spirit guide that's going to be manifesting in front of you or around you, and you're going to see them. The visions that you've had, or there's something about that where you're going to see it come into fruition. There's also a release for some of any sort of financial restraints. And look, is this like a knight? I'm seeing it like armor, like a knight armor. You've worked very hard in your strategy, maybe even if you are looking to manifest a release of financial constraints. I want to come back to, you're closing the door on it, but there's still something to be said about the way you move, how you log things. It's the sailor again. like the sailor's log, how you're referencing the journey of it. And that's what will keep the door closed if you are coming from a constraint cycle and going into a success cycle. Watch your logs. I realize I said that in a very weird way. Well, I guess from a health perspective as well. You know, you got to tune in and check it out. Happy family and angel of love. For those of you that are working on that, see, there's that man holding a coin. It's like the masculine and the feminine are working on manifesting. One is working primarily from the high heart space of energy and gets to receive the masculine energy, brings it into fruition, brings it into earthly existence. Yeah. The feminine energy takes a look at it. That change again. I got to change. I'm not saying like I or you got to do anything. I'm just letting you know the way it's coming through. It's like the way I'm seeing is like doing a face mask and then you peel it off, or like those pore strips or something, and then you peel it off and you look at it. You look at what was on the inside, not the outside of the mask. You look at what was on the inside of the face, like the face mask that you peel off. Yes, and look at all that. There's a cheers and a celebration of this. And you can take this off, this feminine energy, and you look at it and you realize it's completed. You did the face mask, you did the facial, whatever the case is. And then you can roll it up and maybe like disintegrate it and say, you know, almost like give gratitude. Whoops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. If that was loud in your ear, I apologize. Okay, I'm going to get ready to close out here because I tend to yammer and I know you guys are used to that, but I want to say sorry, but not sorry. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe. I'm so grateful for your powerful presence of attention and awareness, and you truly, truly warm my haunted heart. All the links are below if you'd like to request a personal or donate and all that kind of good stuff. All right, let's see what's going on here. Thank you. So we have here balancing act, talisman, intention, and coming together for these directional things. Oops, and I also want to note stuck in the mud came in the reverse, and rescue. Can't see that. There we go. Something is being, at least the way it's coming in for me, but you know me, follow your own intuition first. The way I'm hearing this is the balancing act is bringing, okay, thank you, that's even better. I'm going to use that door analogy, like closing one door to the other. It's like as I am closing one door, I'm not trying to hold on to it while I open the other door, because then it's like open and then you get that push and pull because somebody else or another energy is the continuing on of energy is trying to open that door, and you've got it because you're taught on one side, but then as you're trying to open the other door, but you can't go very far because you've got your hand on this other handle still. It's like close the door. Thank you. And go through the other door. So there's something about the balancing act. Where was that in what scroll? September Virgo. It's like really look at those things, what your hands are holding on to. And then I come into like the talisman. Something's being revealed. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's in the sand, in the water, and whatnot. But something's being revealed. Yeah, maybe they're going to be finding bones of something. And it's like you can't deny something about you can't deny. I don't know if it's in the water, but I'm seeing like a water orb. Something about space. And it might appear for some that this guide coming down or manifesting in front of you as, okay, you might be being gifted something, like something might just like randomly pop up. I feel like it's small, like a bead or something along that lines. It could even be a stone, part of nature, or something that you've had for a long time, and then you found, you're like, oh, I forgot I had that. And it's like, oh, that holds something for you, like a remembrance of that. Or maybe, you get a sigil made or something. So whatever the case may be, or certain crystal is speaking to you. And this is what helps you, like, get you stuck out of any sort of mud. Oh my goodness, for heavens and hot dogs, Stephanie. Because you're not stuck. This is how I'm feeling. You're not stuck. I can appreciate the heaviness and the weight, but because it's in the elephant, it's like remembering. It's like, oh, I remember high school was my greatest time. I'm holding on to this, and it's tugging me at the future. It's tugging me. I'm seeing a basketball court in here as well. So even in this card of rescue, somebody says you've been sending out a signal to the frequencies of the rainbow. And when I say the rainbow, that symbol might mean anything to you, but the way I'm seeing it is like multicolored, multidimensional exhaust, letting them know even like emotionally what you're pouring into the land, that whatever you are building and manifesting for your life with this whole island here. I lend, and those eyes came in vision. Your eye land. Does that make sense? And it's like you have this eye tension without tension. Contention. There's an owl there writing. And it's like, oh, I can see this land, what I want for my life, the help, whatever it is that you might be working on or towards, especially seeking connection with another spirit, specifically. But everything is coming together. But it's like, even like with the captain's, the lighting doesn't let that come through. Even with the captain's log or the sailor's log, it kept saying like jotting things down, the way you're speaking, even in writing, your speech, everything's coming together. There's a stork on there. Somebody also might be having a baby, welcoming a baby. But even, see, it's like even getting married, you close the door on singledom and you go into married land. If you have a baby or surrogate or adopt, you're closing the door on a certain lifestyle with no kids to kids. But it all brings happiness if you let go of holding on to the one handle. Okay, so that's beautiful. You can revisit. Have those memories, share those, or go out with your friends with no kids, or whatever this island you are creating. Whatever that is for you, whatever vision you have to manifest that will inevitably bring about your happiness that is already existing now, because holistically you are happy by the intention without tension. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for being with me, old souls, empaths, seekers, and psychonauts. And if you've made it to the end, I totally appreciate you. And I always apologize for yammering on, but it does feel natural and organic. And this is what we all speak of, right? Authenticity. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your awesome awareness and ancient attention. So until next time, I will see you soon for the signs in February. Bye. The moment you are following somebody else, you are no longer following truth. Everything before us and behind us is nothing compared to that which is within us.